Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Lisette and I'm going to be creating this blue and lavender spot eye look. I was kind of just like in a really good mood and I had the opportunity to make a video, so a lot of this is actually just me kind of just like chalking it up about like life and like the universe and all this like extra stuff. If you guys want to sit and have a conversation with me and do makeup, keep on watching.
Trips that you plan for the next whole week. Been so long for niggas so cheap and flex so deep and sex so deep.
If I'm like really just like cheesy smiling right now, it's because I just found out that my cousin, who like my brother, is having a baby. And I was a little emotional right now. Like I'm barely getting it together. That was the most 2020 shit. Like I can't. Like I feel like a miracle just like occurred. I'm just like really excited right now, you guys. First, got the news that I just can't. What is it called? Like superstitious? But I literally, you guys, I lit a blessings incense like 2 days ago. And the next thing I find out is that my cousin, who's like my brother, is having a baby. But like so many like good things, like I'm just like, fuck, like life. It's fucking, can be fucking shitty sometimes, but it can be fucking good as fuck sometimes too. I'm gonna get on like a little bit of a deeper level right now, but like, you know, when like you just are going through like a very hard time where, you know, you just maybe are having a lot of struggles and it seems like forever that you've been going through them, and then things just start to work out in your favor. It's just kind of like, damn. So I'm taking my Frankie Rose foundation, and this is in the shade China Silk, which is the lightest shade because yeah, I'm just the lightest shade. I don't know if you guys know this feeling of self-consciously like feel something coming. In the moment you don't really know what you're feeling, but then once it finally happens, you're just like, whoa, like that's what I felt like. It's almost like subtle like butterflies in your stomach kind of thing. Next thing you know, you manifest something. And then I've been seeing like 1111 a lot, and like I don't know if you guys know about like angel numbers. I don't know if I've ever talked about angel numbers. Like I've had a lot of situations where I've actually seen angel numbers. For those who may not know, but they say if you see repetitive numbers like on the clock or on the TV, just in general in life, are either manifesting something for yourself or something like a blessing is coming. It could mean that you have like a guardian angel looking out for you, or something of a higher power is just like trying to tell you something. I really honestly believe in that. Like, I've had a few situations where I would experience that and then it almost always ended up really positive, or you know, it just meant something every time. Recently I've just been getting that feeling. It's usually been with things that I am about to go through. I don't know if it's just because like my cousin is like somebody who just like means a lot to me. I don't know if that's like what that was like. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm just like so like I just can't get my words out right now for some reason. I can't. I swear in the past couple days I've been seeing, which this could mean something's coming for me too, but it's just crazy, like this situation that happened today, like just before I started recording, I was seeing 1111 like a lot, and it had been a minute since I've seen 1111, because sometimes it may not always be the same numbers that you see if you do see them. It could be like 444, 333, it could be 1111. Sometimes for some reason I'll see a lot of like 1144. So I don't know if it's like 1111 and then 44, or I don't know, just but it was funny because like right when I started talking about this, I looked at my timer and it said 11:11, like 11 minutes and 11 seconds. I'm a very spiritual person, and I don't believe in coincidences. I think everything is not, if there's something that's a coincidence, I feel like a coincidence, I always say like it's too big of a coincidence to be a coincidence. Like it's not, it was meant to be. I actually have a story I'll tell you guys. Long story short, I used to work in customer service and I actually hated that job. Loved it to a certain extent, but at the same time I hated it because it wasn't what I wanted to do. It's kind of going through a lot spiritually and just in my life in general. I wasn't really sure if I was doing the right thing. I was making a lot of like drastic changes in my life, just on top of like a lot of things that were affecting me personally. A lot was going on, like just in my work. Like there was a lot of like, there was kind of low-key a lot of like bad energy. I was kind of stuck in this place where I was like, okay, I know I don't like this job, like I know what I want to do, how do I get into that type of, how do I get into that field? A lot was going on through my head at that time, with everything and every aspect of everything. Kind of at a point where I started to become a little bit more conscious of my spirituality. For example, I started watching a lot more positive things online, a lot of Infinite Waters videos, which I know I've mentioned him to you guys, and I'm pretty sure I've sent a few of his videos to all my friends and family because I just want them to be like woke about certain things, like pay attention to the, you know, important things like your self-awareness and your intuition, I guess. I like to put people on to that, and I like to just share those kind of things with people because I like them myself, and they really, I was just, long story short, I was just going through a spiritual awakening, and I feel like now that I've kind of gone through my first real one, I just want to share it with people because I genuinely want people to experience what I experienced because it was just so like life-changing in a way. I know I said this, I was gonna make a long story short, but I really honestly can't make a long story short. Yeah, so it was really opening up to just like being a little bit more self-conscious, like spiritually. Everything I was tuning into was like beneficial to me at that time. Like I was almost so stressed out that all I wanted going in my ears, going, you know, through my eyes, like I wanted everybody I was around, like I wanted change like everywhere. I wanted everything in my life and every aspect to just like serve me, which I don't think I really knew that that's what I was trying to do at the time. And I was seeing a lot of like 11:11. It got to the point where I was just kind of like, I know I'm not tripping. Like at first I was kind of like, oh, that's kind of weird. It might be a coincidence. That's what I was thinking, right? Before I started to believe that coincidences aren't always a coincidence. I was just kind of like ignoring it, and it was like the universe was just like throwing hella 11:11s at me, like to the point where it was like you're gonna notice, like I'm trying to tell you something, you need to pay attention. And it was so in my face at this point. Like I remember I had looked at the clock and it was 11:11, and I remember I was putting in work trying to just get the day just like done. Tell me why my boss, right after I looked at the phone and it said 11:11 on the dot, I was just like already in my mind like, what the fuck is going on? Why do I keep seeing that number? So he slammed the folder in front of me and it pulled me out of like my little world I was in for a second. And I swear, you guys, the folder had a date on it, and it was like blasted in like black Sharpie on the front of the folder. Tell me why the date of the folder was November 11th and it said 11/11. I was like, I know I'm not tripping. I know I'm not tripping at this point because there's no fucking way. I know that's like on some deep ass shit, but like sometimes I be getting into like deep ass topics. It's because I've been through like a lot of fucking shit. I've grown from a lot of things. I've made stupid ass fucking decisions, and like a lot of them. I feel like no matter what it is that you go through, you can always redeem yourself. As corny as it sounds, every day that you wake up is another chance to like redeem yourself. Now, if you didn't meet your full potential yesterday and you're blessed enough to wake up again, the universe is gonna let you know that you're doing the right thing. The reason I've been getting so deep though is because I honestly would love if this could help somebody who may be in a similar situation to what I have been in. I'm so deep in achievement right now. I straight up set my face and I didn't even wipe my big. Okay, so we're just gonna be hella mad then today. The reason why I'm so like into this kind of stuff now is not only because I actually went through that little spiritual awakening of my own. That period of my life honestly led to like, as confusing and like annoying of a time that was, that led to so many awesome things in my life. I feel like I've become like a lot more of like a positive person, and I feel like I'm a better influence on people now in my life who may look up to me or that are just that are around me. When you have like a real life spiritual awakening, which I think only the people who have gone through it will know what I'm talking about, you will treat your life so differently. Just your like vibrations will be on 10. You will just feel like you can literally like do anything because you're just like in a better mindset. Usually I'm not very good with my words. Sometimes I feel like I'll be going back and editing my videos and I'm like, somebody who doesn't really like know me is not gonna have any fucking idea what the hell I'm talking about. Anybody who has had some type of like spiritual awakening will know what I'm talking about. Anybody who hasn't, I honestly like wish that you do. Everybody has their time in their life where they kind of just come to like certain realizations that make you look at things like very, very, very differently, and you just like start improving your life in ways that like you never thought that you could. But anyways, yeah, I stay getting into like some deep ass shit when I'm doing our makeup. Maybe I'll just get into this. This is kind of the same topic. When you're just like constantly from every angle, aspect of your life trying to like do better, not just like trying, you're actually doing it. So there's a difference between like trying means like you're not actually doing it, you're just kind of like like half-ass doing it. And then when you're doing it, you're like being, I don't know what the heck is wrong with my brain. I feel like one second I'll be talking about something and then I just like get distracted and then I never finish what I'm talking about, but then it bugs me because I never finish what I was trying to say. If you start really like actually doing everything in your power to like better yourself, and the universe starts to like meet you like halfway with like your efforts. Like if you have a lot of negative people in your life, you're genuinely working hard, maybe like acknowledge the things that the universe and God, whatever it is that you believe in, already like is doing for you, that's helping you, even if it's not, even if you don't feel like it's helping you, but it's, you know, either way, whatever it is, it's doing something for you that you need right now. You know, just out of your control, that's just not ideal for you. When you're thankful, just start to manifest like a lot more, if that makes sense. If you're just kind of like sitting around like, oh, like just like complaining and you're just like not doing anything about it, the universe is gonna be like, why should I give you what you want when you're not even putting in the work, like you're not even showing that you're appreciative of what you have now. Why am I gonna give you more? You know, when you start actually like just altering little things you don't think might actually be holding you back, like if it's music or maybe, like I said, not just people, but like maybe the things you watch or maybe the things you read or maybe the things you just give your energy to, it's not gonna like serve you, which is kind of like a slap in the face. This is the first thing that came to my mind. If like your teacher is giving you extra time to finish your test because they want you to pass, and then you're fucking around with your friends, why should that teacher even allow you to pass that test? If they want it to be petty and be like, you know what, I'm just gonna fail this fool because he or she is just not taking advantage of the extra time I'm giving her that I don't have to, like why should I, you know, go easy on them, or why should I do something for them when they're not even appreciating what I'm giving them? Really though, like of course we're humans and a lot of us are probably more spoiled than we feel like we actually are. Like you may be looking at other people who might have more than you physically. As you're doing that, you're kind of like ignoring what you actually have going on, which is probably somebody else's like prayers. Like they're praying to have what you have, and then you're kind of like, you know what I mean, like not appreciating what you have when you're so focused on like what other people have. If you're grateful for your current situation, whatever it may be looking like, the universe just comes full circle. Like, not that you should be thankful just so you can get things, but you should really just be thankful for what you have. going on in your life, just because there's probably a point in your life where you were praying that you had what you had. Not even, you could not even be paying attention to what the next person had. You could just be tripping that like you don't have something, but then you forget to realize that you probably are sitting in what you wish you had like hell years ago. So just a little food for thought. Even on like days where like I'll feel like I'm just maybe having a day where I'm just not as appreciative, like I'm kind of just like in a mood for whatever reason, or I'm just kind of having a human experience where I'm just not up to par like I should be. Those are the days where I feel like when you really take the time to think, like I said, God or the universe, whatever it is that you may believe in, if anything, when you take the time to just like acknowledge like, okay, I may not be like in a good mood today for whatever reason, or I may be taking things for granted, you know, thank you universe for allowing me to just be alive. Just like, thank you for allowing me to have been able to talk to my family today, or you know what I mean, like those are kind of just like little things, like, or even, you know, thank you for allowing me to be able to breathe on my own, like little shit that like you don't even be like thinking about, you take for granted. And you may not think it's like gonna do a whole lot just to kind of say it in your head or to yourself and just take a moment to like appreciate it. It really honestly does make a huge difference. Like when I have those days, at least I'll kind of just, I almost feel like I'm just like lazy, like I don't want to like take my time to just like say my little like affirmations to myself, like, and it is just because I'm just having one of those days and I am just being fucking lazy. But at the end of the day, when you do force yourself to kind of just take that time, even if it's just like 2 minutes, it could even be fucking 1 minute, to just kind of like say your little prayer of gratitude, you're also kind of just like taking yourself out of that low frequency of just being like negative and ungrateful. I'm still learning to kind of like build that habit of like doing that, but it honestly has changed my life. I know we're going on a very long talk right now, so I decided to use my Take Me Back to Brazil palette once again. So I already carved out my eyebrows. I don't know if I'm like so deep into what I'm talking about, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing, like I'm barely paying attention. I'm just gonna start off by packing this in the outer corner. I just got off the phone right now, so I'm trying to like backtrack so I can finish what I was talking about. I think I was just talking about how like, even if it's just like a minute of your time in the day to just like be thankful. I felt like this, talking about this would have been very cheesy to me like maybe like 5 years ago from now. I think it's just because I was in such a negative like mindset that I just couldn't, like, I could talk about deep things, but I wasn't really on the page that I am now. Just being able to talk about it like comfortably and just be like open about it, which is not something I have to be open about. Like some people are probably just like, you know, they just don't like to talk about it, but I just, the reason I am so like passionate about it in a way and like I'm talking about it to you guys is because this is really something that like genuinely changed my life for the better, just becoming more like aware of like my mental and my spirituality, and it's become like such a priority of mine to just be like connected with the universe that I feel like it's like necessary to like share with people. I just would love if what I'm telling you could help you get on that page if you need it, or if you're not already. Like you can't just live your whole life being ungrateful and like negative all the time, because it's like how people say, you know, like when you're positive you attract positive things. If you're negative, you're gonna attract negative things. So it's kind of just like up to you. It all starts from like your mind, you know, your everything, your soul, your everything that's in you, your intuition, that's what you are. So if that isn't like being like taken care of, everything is just gonna be a lot harder. It's hard to bounce back when I start getting into like some deep ass shit, because how am I gonna be like, okay, so now I'm just gonna cut my crease after we just talked about how the fuck to get on a balanced spiritual level. I don't know, fuck it. So I'm taking a clean blending brush. I just went in with those 2 shades, by the way. I just took a clean blending brush and I'm kind of just buffing out the edges. I highly encourage you guys, if you guys have not, or if you're lost and you feel like you need something but you don't really know what you need, get right, like get your spirit right, and everything will just start to just like make sense. I'm trying to think what I'm gonna call this video. I kind of like where this is going actually, now that I think about it. Like I kind of like having like a super deep conversation and then playing with makeup. Intellectual, is that a good word? I don't even know if that's the right word. I'll have to think about it. I'm gonna have to ask Jonathan to help me out with that one. I'm gonna have to call these videos when I'm just like talking your ear off. I start considering this like a series. I was thinking like I could always just call it like a chit chat, but I want it to be a little bit more like specific, like what are we chit chatting about, like, you know? So in case you're wondering about the makeup at this point, it slowly started to become not about the makeup. I pretty much am just working with those 2 shades I showed you guys. I kind of just went in with, I focused the color in the corner right here and kind of just blended it out so it got pretty soft. I'm going in with the same 2 colors, kind of, well, I'm about to on this side, like how I did here, kind of packing the color into the crease so it kind of deepens it up a little bit. I hate it when one side turns out like more like pointy than the other, you know what I mean? See how this side is kind of like round and this one it starts going like kind of like in a wing shape. I think just to make it even more dramatic, I'm gonna actually put another color in there, going in with the black and then this like 3rd blue. I'm not sure if I wanted to do a halo eye. Yeah, I am gonna do a halo eye. So I'm just taking a little bit of my Frankie Rose concealer and I'm basically just gonna kind of do a cut crease, but just do it in the middle. So like, I guess a spotlight eye, halo eye. Okay, so I had to take a minute to decide what shadow I wanted to put on top of the concealer. So I grabbed my 39S, my Morphe 39S, and I decided I wanted to take this baby pink, kind of like a baby pinkish like lavender, and I'm just putting that on top of where we put that concealer. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do on the sides to kind of get it to blend a little bit better, but I'm just gonna put this down for now. Okay, so I think I'm gonna grab this kind of medium shade of purple, and then this is what I'm gonna put on the sides of that pink and see how it blends with the blue. So I'm kind of just like, I almost started at the crease, but I tried to keep my brush kind of straight, and I'm just like patting that color right where the pink meets the black. So I'm doing the same thing on the other side. The only difference is I turn the brush a little bit because it kind of fits a little better. I'm kind of just doing what I can, but I'm basically just trying to smooth out the edge of the concealer so it doesn't look like it's just a line. I'm gonna take that kind of medium purple that we used for the blending, and I'm just gonna apply it on my bottom lash line as close as I can. I think I'm actually gonna take this black, but I'm gonna apply that as close as I can to my lash line, so the purple is gonna be a little bit more like a transition. Okay, so I went ahead and actually did one of my inner corner highlights, and I used this like iridescent lavender. I think this is one of like the prettiest colors in the palette. It looks so cute. It's like a lavender, but it kind of looks pink, and then it has like a little bit of like a blue sheen. It's so pretty. So I'm gonna be applying that right here. I'm thinking, I think I'll just put whatever excess on the middle part. Just holding that same flat brush and kind of just going up and down using patting motions down that little section. Okay, so I had to take a little break, put it back now. I'm gonna add a little bit of eyeliner. So this is the Clinique Pretty Easy Liquid Eyelining Pen. So I brought it a little bit further down in my inner corner. I don't know why, that's just what I decided to do. I just put my glue on my eyelashes. I realized I never put on blush for some reason. I skipped so many steps and I don't know why. And then I still have to do my brows, which I purposely waited to do my brows. But I'm just going in using the original Hoola bronzer, and I'm kind of just going over where I put my contour just to kind of, I mean, at this point it's set, it's dry. Typically I would just put this to set all my wet cream contour, but since I forgot, I just want to kind of add it just because besides that it sets, I like actually putting the powder on top of the cream because it just kind of enhances it a little bit more. Yes. And then I'll go down sides of my nose just a little bit, and up into my eyebrow. Right, and then I'm going to take my Alamar Cosmetic palette. This is a little blush trio. I'm going to take my dual fiber brush and kind of just swirl it in all of them a little bit, and then just go in with it. I'm going to go ahead and apply my lashes, and then we're going to do my lips. These are the Makeup Shack Goodbye lashes. Now I'm taking a little bit of a shimmery bronze highlight and I'm just applying it around the perimeter of my forehead and my temples, and then slightly underneath the highlight. So I'm taking my usual Sephora palette and I'm using the lightest pink shade, and I'm just gonna kind of dust that on the top area right here. When I do this, you guys, I don't know if I've ever broke this down to you guys, but I used to just go full in, like heavy-handed, just like basically kind of like a swipe on my face, which that's a way you could apply your highlight, but what I find applies a lot better is when you kind of just barely skim it on your skin, just like this, and then obviously you keep going if you want to add more. And I try to just kind of like hit obviously the highest part of my face, but I feel like when I go in very light-handed and I barely just like dust it, I feel like it just applies so much better. And then I do the same thing on my forehead.
You'll be selling this car.
Like John. They're like, okay, cool, we're gonna send you.
I think I'm gonna do my lips and then I'm gonna do my brows. I didn't mention my lip liner. This is MAC Chestnut. I think I'm gonna use this really tiny NYX pencil. It's kind of like a nudie brownish pink. I don't even... Oh, you can't actually see it. So this is in the shade London. So I'm just gonna... I'm trying to not overline my lips and see how I feel about it. But I'm just gonna color this in to the middle. I love this lip combo. I don't think I've ever did this one before. Yeah, I guess I'll use this one. So I'm gonna use Dolly. This is the Buxom gloss. When I apply my gloss on the bottom, I like to keep it not only in the middle, but like I'll kind of just hit like the sides right here. Okay guys, so I did my brows off camera. I was just thinking, did I skip a step? It's like different than what I'm used to. So yeah, this is the look. Hopefully you guys can get a good look at it. I know it was kind of dark for a little bit. I should have set my ring light up a long time ago, but I did now, so at least you guys can get a better look at how it looks now with the better lighting. But I love the eyes. I don't think I've ever did like a spotlight eye with this color combo, but I also wish I would have recorded my eyebrows. I just thought I would skip over that since I'm not doing anything different. I like it a lot today. But anyways, if you guys made it to this point, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new, make sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notifications so that way you guys know when I post new videos. If you guys enjoyed watching, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment and let me know what you guys think, or if you guys tried it out. And I know this video didn't end up being so much about like the look. We were kind of just like talking most of the time, but if you guys want more videos like this where I kind of just like talk with you guys and then kind of just do whatever. Also, make sure to follow me on TikTok. I'll go ahead and put my name right here so you guys can follow me. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.